Hi, it's Artemy. You can also call me Art, and you can find me at CU Artist pretty much everywhere. I wanted to talk about calculating buffers today, or I suppose how frequently I'm going to post, calculating how I'm going to do that. I am currently kind of reverse engineering that. I wanted to see how long the stuff I have currently, almost finished, would get me at the pace I currently have planned to post. So even though I'm going to have 50 pages once I've finished finalizing everything, it won't last me 50 weeks since I'm going to be posting the first 3 episodes all at once. So I will have 24 pages after that point, and if I'm posting weekly, that would be 24 weeks, which would be 6 months, which really feels kind of slow to have the story that spread out. But I do really want to start out that way so I can get more pages prepared in advance. In a similar vein of this way of thinking about things, I have also been thinking about the total estimated pages I'm having, which is around 600 probably, and thinking about the fact that there are 52 weeks in a year. So if I were to the entire time post 1 page a week, it would take me over 10 years to finish posting this comic, which just is not really the route I want to go. So it's good to just kind of keep an eye on how long it's going to take you to do things. So I definitely know that at some point I do want to speed up my posting schedule. But most of the time when I've been calculating a buffer before, I have calculated about how long it will take me to do a page, and then try to match if you can make 1 page in a week, only post 1 page in a week, so that you're not overworking yourself. But then figure out how much of a buffer you want to have. The channel McKay and Gray usually, I think, recommends a half a year to a year in advance of comic pages done, which apparently I have 6 months worth, so at least for the start. So figure out how frequently you want to be posting, if it's once or twice or 3 times a week, and calculate that based on the 52 weeks in a year. I am definitely trying to be more cautious, because even though I know I can create a page by itself pretty quickly, I still have thumbnails and some scripting and figuring out far out plot things still to do. And I know that sometimes I really need to sit on those ideas for a while, though I'm fairly certain I will have the time to do those things before I get to that point. I just do want to give myself a little bit of extra wiggle room to be able to make those adjustments as I go along. But yeah, the basics are figure out how many pages you want to be posting in a week, how frequently you can make those pages, and then trying to at least have a couple months, at the very least, amount of buffer ready. A lot of people on Webtoon, since they're doing the episode format, they're have 5 episodes done in advance, which, if you're posting weekly, is only a little bit more than a month. And frequently, people who do that don't even have that much of a buffer, and that just... I think I can put out pages that quickly, but I want to be able to be working on all aspects of the comic at once so that it is well planned out. So I'm really not the kind of person who would want to fly by the seat of my pants like that. So keeping in mind that, and also how long do you want to be posting your comic, and trying to figure out how many pages per week you would want to be posting to get your comic done in a reasonable amount of time to you. 10 years feels like a lot to me. 5 years feels much more doable. So I know that if I'm doing 2 pages a week, it would be more reasonable. I think I can eventually probably get to more than that, and that will shorten that time even more. I do really love Faragon, but I don't want to be doing it for the rest of my life, So, just some food for thought, I suppose. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you tomorrow.